England.
That sucks.
But you know what? They've got a really diehard fan base there.
That's even worse.
They do. I feel bad for them.
So many people are going to be drinking away the pints
Drinking
tonight.
their sorrows away in the pub, innit?
Right now in Spain, it's probably a madhouse. They won Wimbledon in the AM.
Oh, yeah.
PM for them, and they won the Euros.
Oh, man.
That's cool.
Go Spain. Good for you, Spain.
Yeah.
And they won Wimbledon in England.
Yeah.
Oh.
And poor England. I'm so sorry for your loss.
R.I.P. England.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to SportNotes. Today is July 14th. I am Chad, your fellow rookie and co-host, and I am here once again with...
Hey guys, I'm Maddie. I'm also a fellow rookie and co-host, and I feel like I'm ready to embarrass myself again today.
Love that. We always are. And across the continent, in Boston, we have, as always, our three... Bay Boys, Boston Bay Boys. We have PJ, Zeke, and Peter. How's it going over there, guys?
Did he just say across
outstanding.
the continent?
Across the continent.
That's a wild way to phrase it.
Yeah.
All right, across the country, across the coast.
Coast
All
to
right.
coast.
Coast to coast.
Love it. How's it going, guys?
It's nice to see you guys again. Peter, you're back from the 4th. You look great.
Hey, thanks, Chad. Thanks, I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. And Maddie, you are back from New York. You were in New York for a week.
Yeah.
How was that? Did you have any encounters with any sport-related topics?
You
And
know,
how
I
that
did.
go?
There was a lot of Argentinian people all around the city in New York.
Really?
Because they were all going to the game in Jersey, I believe.
MetLife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at MetLife. So, and I was with an Argentinian friend of mine. So she was like seeing everyone and talking to everyone, and they also went to the game.
Wow.
So, and I'll say it, I felt very knowledgeable that
Did you?
I knew which game was going on because of SportNotes. So.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, hey,
Sweet.
you know.
Good for you, Peach. Look at that. PJ's Patio is having an impact. This is our official second episode. We're all back together now, which is great. So I think we're going to dive right in with our term of the week for this week.
Wait, we didn't sing our song.
There is no song.
The term of the week. It's the term of the week. Do 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 do. Hey.
That's going to get cut. We're gonna go to you, PJ. I think the term of the week is yours this week because it's soccer related.
It is. Yes, it is soccer related. We have two finals happening today in the Euros and the Copa América. So in that vein, we've decided to go with VAR this week, which is Video Assistant Referee.
Okay. I don't really know what that is. Do you?
Okay, I'm going to take a wild guess, and I'm going to think that the video assisted referee has access to all the videos of the play of that sport. And so they can do like those little slow motion playbacks. Like if someone's foot is over the line, they're like, hold on, let me check the tapes. And then they tell the referee.
Is that sounds good?
That's pretty accurate for what the term is.
Kudos to you, Maddie.
Yeah, well done, Maddie.
Thanks,
that was
guys.
great.
Thanks. There's more than meets the eye. All right.
There you go.
Suck it,
Chad, do you have
Yeah, I have no idea.
Chad, do you have an idea?
No. It sounds like a
No?
R2D2 robot to me. I don't know what the hell that is.
So Maddie was right. It's a referee that has independent access to all of the video of what's happening on the field in a soccer game. So they can assist the referee, but only in situations where there's a clear and obvious error or if there's serious foul play.
Wait, but is this thing another ref or is it like an actual like robot?
It's another referee who's off-site in
There's
another
no
area.
robot.
Watching the videos.
It's not a robot.
Oh, I thought
is
it was
not a
like a
robot.
video like AI robot who's like
No.
tracking all the footage.
It's a set of a couple of referees. There's the main VAR official, and then he has a couple of assistants with them. They're AVAR, so assistant video assistant referees.
This just seems so unnecessary to me. Like, why can't
It's instant replay for soccer, Chad.
That's
but why
what it
can't the
is.
ref just like? Why does it have to go like the video has to off source
Because
to like
what
this
if-
secret lab where they're like analyzing the footage?
Because
So-
what if there's like one play that's such a tough call and you can't see it in person, but then like the guy zooms in, plays it back, slow-mos it down, and sees that the guy's foot is over the line or like the guy's hand is touching the ball or something?
Maddie's on her
It's
game
actually,
today.
yeah, that's spot
Maddie's
on,
right
Maddie.
on her game today.
Spot on.
Chad,
Chad.
you've been to a lot of Patriots games. You know, like when there's a play where they're not sure if he caught it or if his foot was in, and they have to look at the. Yeah, it's the same thing.
And the
for
ref
soccer.
looks at
Yeah.
the TV, looks at the screen.
No, the ref doesn't look
No.
at the TV. People are in charge of playing it back and zooming it in.
Have you
and
ever
stuff.
noticed he puts on a headset and he's listening to the
I have
NFL headquarters?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a secret
Yes,
lab.
exactly.
Wait, so VAR applies to multiple sports?
No.
Well, VAR is just soccer, but instant
akin to
replay.
soccer.
Yeah, instant replay does apply directly to all other sports.
Oh,
really.
got it. Okay. And
Yeah.
PJ, do you know the history of this? When did this come into be?
That was my question too.
That's a really good question.
Kids.
So it's a relatively recent concept. So it came up in this decade where people were getting really frustrated with the style and the quality of refereeing in the major leagues over in Europe. So
Yeah.
what they ended up doing is they said, okay, we're going to bring in this VAR official who can then independently review footage and give advice to the referee. The intention of it, though, is not to re-referee the game. It's only in the instance that it's a clear and obvious error.
Yeah.
Or, if someone, let's say, punches someone in the face and the ref doesn't see it, that would fall under severe foul play.
Foul play.
And they would review that and probably give a red card.
Well, all right. That's cool. So that's our term of the week, VAR. Good to know. Maddie, you were better about it than I was.
Yeah,
I didn't know what
suck
that was.
it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that was
Now
excellent,
we know.
Maddie. Good job.
Now we know.
Thanks, guys.
Cool. All right. Next, I think we're going to play a little game here was the plan. Peter, you seem to be becoming our game guy, so you have a new idea for us today. So I think we're going to call it Name or Not, which Zeke
Did
said
he
was
just
a
say
very
game
good title.
guy?
Peter's our game guy.
Zeke
So,
Zeke is doing this game with me.
Yeah, is that all right if I
okay.
join in?
So this
yeah,
game.
that's all right.
It's
You're
not
not the
okay.
game guy. And you never will be.
He's the assistant game guy.
All right, let's let Peter explain what the game is.
It's very simple. So we're gonna give a name, and you guys both have to guess if you think this is a real name for an athlete, and if you think it's real, what sport do you think they play?
Okay.
Okay, but I'm
All
not
right.
gonna know
Okay.
any of these.
All right, give us the first
Name number one is General Booty. General Booty.
Oh, come on. I don't think that's real. Do you think that's real?
Maybe, but I hope if it is real that he knows how to throw it back.
General Booty? Like Booty?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That sounds like a porn star.
I'm gonna say it's real just because it's so wild.
All right, well then what sport does General Booty play?
Do you want me to answer that seriously? Or do you want me to answer
Yeah,
that
do you think he's a
sarcastically?
real guy? What does he play?
Okay, I bet he plays baseball
Okay.
because they look good in
I mean, the
tight
only way
little
he would be real is
pants.
if he's like a wrestler, in my opinion. So I don't know.
I
But
think it's his stage name.
yeah, or something. All
I'm just gonna say it's real.
right, I'm going to say it's not real. Peter?
It's real. It's It's the backup quarterback for the Oklahoma Sooners, so a college football quarterback.
Oh, he transferred. He transferred
Did
to
he
ULM.
transfer?
Yeah.
No, well.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
my
it-
Oklahoma
God.
Sooners
Honestly,
backup.
it has to be real because, like,
Because
It-
Peter's not creative enough to come up with that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's why. All right, next.
good point. All right, give us
Zeke.
the next one. It's 1-0, Maddie.
Next one is Storm Duck.
Storm Duck.
Storm
You
Duck.
heard it right. Yep.
Man.
Storm Duck.
All right, you go first this time. What do you think? Real or fake?
I'm gonna guess fake.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, well then I'm gonna guess real just to see, because also I guess No, wait, actually, but
What?
Okay,
No.
but if it's real,
All right,
then
if it's
what
real, I'm gonna say
sport?
Storm.
What sport?
Duck
What sport does he play
is-
for?
Storm Duck is a hockey player. That's my guess. NFL.
Okay.
No, NHL. NHL.
Okay.
Embarrassing.
Wait. NHL or NFL?
Silly me.
NHL or NFL?
NHL hockey.
Okay. So he is real, but he plays in the NFL, Chad. So maybe you should have rethought
Oh, you could have got 2
But
points.
Almost
He
made
plays
a
on the-
serendipitous error there.
Storm
that. Yep.
Duck.
He plays on the Miami Dolphins on the defensive side of the ball, and his position is the cornerback.
Honestly, such a sick name. Storm.
Storm Duck, the cornerback.
Sort of dope.
Damn.
All
All right.
right.
Well, wait. So do I get
All
a
right.
point for that though, or no?
Yeah.
You get a point.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
real.
you each get a point. Yeah.
now
One
it's
to one.
It's 1-1. Okay.
All right. Give us the next
All right.
one.
Name number 3. Cash register.
Come on, man. Yeah, I'm saying that's false because that's something Peter would be creative enough to make up.
That is
I'm
false.
picturing Peter in his room last night. He's like, "Let me come up with a fake name."
That's
Cash
fake.
register.
That's so fake.
It's fake. It's actually a real person's name, but it's not an athlete.
Why would you, if you tried to fake us out, why would you put the last name as register?
Well, it's a real name. Who is the
It's a
actual
real name.
person? Who is it?
They
actually?
were on the news.
He's a convicted felon.
We don't know for sure.
Oh, of course he's a convicted felon.
And
He
it's
has that
it's
name.
cat.
I mean, Cash is a name, like, because Cassius, like CISSIUS.
Yeah, I like the name
Cassius
Cash.
Clay
I
or
just
something.
don't.
You wouldn't name yourself Register.
If your last name was Register,
right.
let's not go with Cash.
Like Mr. and Mrs. Register, you have a son, and you're like, let's name him Cash.
I mean, imagine having the last name Booty and saying, let's name him General.
General. Yeah, at least it wasn't big.
But that's sort of iconic. Okay, next.
All right. We got how many? We have one
Last
more?
one. Last one. Meta World Peace.
That's real.
Ooh,
Okay.
you said that
Maddie?
with conviction.
Okay, I'm gonna also say it's real, and then now let's guess the sport.
Yeah,
what
because
sport?
I will say, I think I've heard that name before, but I don't know.
Okay, well, Maddie, what sport do you think?
I sort of have a weird feeling he's a runner, like some sort of like sprinter or something.
Like an
Okay.
Olympian
Yeah.
or something.
Chad?
Okay, I'm going to say, I'll go similar vein. I'm going to say a swimmer, like an Olympic swimmer.
Okay, so you are both correct. It is a real name,
Okay.
real athlete,
Nice.
but both got the sport wrong.
Oh.
He is a basketball player. He's retired.
Oh,
He's formerly known as Ron Artest, but
Oh.
he actually played for a fair amount of time with your hometown Los Angeles Lakers.
No kidding.
I
God, Maddie's
won.
on her game
I
today. She's
won. On her
sweeping the
game.
floor with me.
sorry guys.
burying me beneath
Sport Note
this
episode number 2. I'm
steamroller.
already a pro.
Maddie's back from New York, and she's a changed lady. She's a changed woman.
Changed lady.
She's a changed lady.
Okay, thanks for the game, guys. That was
Very
fun.
Love that. All right, so let's dive right into our updates for this week. We got a lot going on. So, Peter, we'll go to you for all of our miscellaneous summer activities. Pete's Corner, take it away.
All right, so NBA and NHL free agency just finished up. Honestly, there's not a lot to talk about in the NHL, but we'll touch on some NBA things. So LeBron James re-signed with the Los Angeles Lakers, your hometown team, so he can play with his son. So that
Oh, right,
has
okay.
officially been signed off. Klay Thompson used to be a member of the Golden State Warriors, where you guys used to live up in
In San Francisco, right? Yeah, okay.
And I think it's technically Oakland, Bay Area.
Okay, yeah.
We'll call it the Bay Area.
He just signed with the Dallas Mavericks, the team that lost to the Celtics in the finals. So
Oh.
he's going to play for a new team for the first time. Paul George is playing for the 76ers. So that's a change. He played for the Los Angeles Clippers before, and they gave up a lot of draft picks for him. James Harden is signing with the LA Clippers, so he's now coming out to LA.
Okay.
Chris Paul is signing with the San Antonio Spurs. He's been a top point guard for a long time now. And then for those New York folks, Mikal Bridges was traded to the New York Knicks, and they are very excited about that, even though they probably will still lose to the Celtics.
Cool.
So
They're still going to stink.
And when people sign with the team, like, do they have to move their entire lives to these cities?
yes.
Dang.
Families.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
Chris Paul's a veteran, so he's going to go play in San Antonio, but his family's going to stay, I think in LA or something, in California. He's not
Yeah.
moving his whole family.
Okay.
Well, he
okay.
was just on the Suns.
Yeah, but I think they
I
stayed.
think they stayed because he was on the Clippers for a long time in
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
So
So Pete, what are of those names you just gave us? I assume you pulled those from all of the free agency things that happen. If this is around the office, what do you think are the main ones that are going to come up? Are there any surprises there or anything that people should kind of know that will be the talking points?
I
over
think
this
if
next week?
you're in LA, right?
Yeah.
The LeBron one is big, right? Because
Yeah.
he's re-signing and he's staying there.
Yeah.
And the Paul George and James Harden are big because Paul George left the LA Clippers and James Harden came to the LA Clippers, so
Okay.
that's a transition there.
Yeah.
On the East Coast, Paul George to the 76ers is big because they are probably a top 4 team in the East. And then the Mikal Bridges trade is massive because the Knicks are also a top team in the East and they improved. And then the Klay Thompson one is big as well because they were in the NBA Finals. They barely lost to the Celtics and they haven't lost anybody, and they added a veteran who's won a pile of titles. So all of them
Yeah.
are honestly pretty big.
They're
it just
pretty
depends
big
where you're
changes.
located.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson, for context, on the Golden State Warriors, he won 4 NBA championships with the Warriors.
Yeah, actually, I went
Yeah.
to when we lived up in the Bay. I went to
You
a
went to a
game
game?
with my
Oh, I
friend.
didn't
Yeah,
know
and
that.
he was like a bit. I mean, he was huge. He's one of the
Yeah.
biggest players on there. So yeah, wow,
Yeah, he was
Crazy.
not good this year, so they didn't want to pay him the money that he thought he deserved. He
crazy.
was.
So those are the main things to know about the NBA free agency that
Sweet.
went on this past week.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, what's next, Pete?
This one's very recent. It happened yesterday and today. Is Wimbledon, which for
Oh,
tennis fans
yeah.
is the It's like the biggest tennis tournament that there is. It's in London. It's on grass. The King and Queen of England are there. That's a horrible voice crack.
Yeah, we all heard
So
it.
yesterday,
That'd be nice.
King and Queen of England. King and Queen of England. Yesterday was the women's finals.
Cool.
It is Barbara Krejcikova, who was not even a top 15 women's tennis player.
Oh, wow.
She won Wimbledon from the Czech Republic, and she beat Jasmine Paolini from Italy.
She won it, and she
Yeah,
wasn't
she
even in
won.
top 15.
Yep.
That's dope.
Usually
with the
someone
names.
ranked that low does not win. I think that we all grew up with Serena and Venus Williams winning
Yeah.
pretty much every tournament, so it's new. And I and when we look at men's too, which I'll talk about, we all grew up where it was Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic. They won everything. There was maybe one
my
or
God.
two tournaments in their 15 years where they didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I've
it-
heard the name Federer. Like, I know that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Saying a lot.
That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot.
But Novak Djokovic was in the title, and he was facing today a guy named Carlos Alcaraz, who is probably the best tennis player in the world. He technically was ranked number 2, but he won Wimbledon last year. He's kind of like the new
Yeah.
young guy. And so he beat Novak Djokovic 3-0. He just
Oh my
he
God.
pretty much killed him.
Damn.
So he's won. That's his second Wimbledon in a row, and he's probably the new guy that we're going to look at as the best tennis player in the world going forward. Last one, and it's not really like real sports related, but it's kind of big in the sports world when it's a little quieter over the summer. Is
The dog days.
the
Dog
dog days
days.
this summer. The
Fourth
college
view.
football video game is getting released this week, and the only reason it's big, and you guys are probably like, this is stupid, but they discontinued the game in 2014, and it was probably the most popular video game for sports. They've revamped it into a modern college football game, and they're releasing it for the first time in 10 years, and
Wow.
the players' real names are going to be in it. They all got paid to participate. It's releasing this Friday. The pre-release is actually tonight on Sunday. So we're all
Can we
getting
get it? Can we get it, Maddie?
I don't even think we have a video
Do you want to
game.
play?
have an-
Do you want
do
to
you have
play
an
together?
Xbox
Yeah, you
or
need-
a
you need to
PlayStation?
get
No,
an
we don't have
Xbox.
anything. We live in a cave. We just eat
So they
berries
can't
and.
get it.
Yeah.
They
Look at each
don't
other.
have it on the Wii, so
We don't even have a Wii.
What about a Nintendo 3DS? They got it on there.
definitely
Definitely
not.
not. No.
Well,
Do you have a Nintendo?
They still make.
I do have a
They make
Nintendo. I hide it.
games
I hide
for
it
that?
from you. Yeah.
You have a Nintendo?
You'll never know where it is.
What?
I hide it. It's
Do
mine.
they still make games for that, Chad, or is that like?
Well, they yeah, you know they do. They still.
Do you really? I've
Yeah, I
never
have
seen
one.
you
Oh.
use it.
I know.
You're lying.
No, I have one.
Where is it?
I'm not gonna tell you. No
Well,
one.
I don't
no
think
one
we're
tell
getting
her.
the game, guys, but I hope it's fun. Let us know how it goes.
A lot of
Great.
boyfriends are going to be in their basement for like a month when this gets released.
You hear
So
that?
if you're not a sports fan, be ready for a lot of your friends and family who are
Yeah.
sports fans to be.
A lot
kinda
of
locked into
relationships
this
can end
game.
over that game.
Yeah, a lot of arguments over that game for sure.
God.
I can see them.
That's
blossoming
why it's
already.
important. Let's move on to your blunt take for the week.
Blunt take.
So to remind everyone, this is just a cutthroat take, something related to sports. Peter comes for someone's life.
You might not agree with it.
You might not agree with it. We actually hope you don't agree with it. That's
Yeah.
kind of the point. So Pete,
Keep it spicy.
Yeah.
keep it spicy.
Yeah,
Go for
I
it.
think my last blunt take rubbed some people the wrong way. Even
It
though,
did.
It did.
It's fairly true. But that's up for interpretation. That's the whole point. This one I don't think will be argued as much if you live in the United States. The Olympics are coming up, and the United States men's basketball team is absolutely loaded with the best players pretty much in the NBA. If you're not a basketball fan, just to summarize, if you take the top 25 or 30 NBA players, 15 to 20 of them are in the U.S.,
Yeah.
and the rest of them are kind of scattered across the world in different countries. So when
Okay.
the U.S. plays these other countries, it's one or two good players, maybe three, versus just like 12 of the best in the world. For example,
Damn.
the NBA Finals MVP on the Celtics, who's also been to multiple All-Star games, did not make the U.S. roster with how loaded it is.
Wow,
Wow.
you're kidding me. Okay.
It would be probably the biggest maybe upset or disappointment if the United States do not win the gold medal this year. For the U.S. men's basketball team, there is no excuses. You should absolutely dominate every single opponent, and if you don't win the gold, it is a major failure.
Oh man. Just add to the theme of 2024 for the U.S.
Okay, that's the blunt
There's
take.
one take. U.S. basketball, get your shit together.
Yeah.
And you know what? The U.S. women's basketball team, same thing. They should not lose.
Same thing goes for them. Great
Spicy.
updates, Pete. I love it. If you agree with his take, comment, let us know. And if you don't, definitely comment and let us know. Great. So now we're going to move on to you, Zeke, for all things baseball. So Zeke, take it away with Zeke's Lounge.
Alrighty, so we have a very exciting next few days in the baseball world. Okay. So, as we mentioned last week, the All-Star Game rosters were finalized
Right.
last
Okay.
Sunday. So it's finalized. We know everyone who's going. So I'm going to talk about quick surprises. Like, hey, these people made it. What? That's crazy. And then snubs. Like, oh, why the heck? Like, they should have made
They
it.
should
Why
not
didn't
have.
they?
Okay.
And Zeke,
Yeah,
I remember
that was,
on our
that was
fourth...
really enthusiastic. and-
Yeah, I think he
Oh,
rehearsed
I
that
like
line last night in the mirror.
Definitely.
Did not.
ChatGPT.
Nope. I'm just good at
Came up
improv.
with...
Just good
That
at
was
improv.
good.
I
That's
remember
it.
on our 4th of July episode last week, you said that's what everyone talks about with this All-Star Game. It's always like, who are the players that should have made it but didn't, the snubs,
Yep.
and then who were the ones that were like, oh, I kind of see that, but still surprised.
Yeah.
No,
So give us the
nobody
surprise.
actually watches the All-Star Game. They
They just
care
like
about
to
who-
see the
They
pick.
just care about.
We'll go over
Apologies.
we'll go over surprises first, okay? So the first one, his name is Heliot Ramos, okay? He is on the San Francisco Giants. He's an outfielder. He spent most of his career in the minors, played a handful of games in the major leagues, but he only hit like 100. His batting average is like 100, 150. So for every 10 at-bats he had, he would only get one hit.
Okay.
But so he started the year in the minors. He had to get called up because of a string of injuries, and he's had a phenomenal year. He's probably the best player on the Giants right now. He's hitting 300. He's got almost 15 home runs. He's kind of like the feel-good story. Like, wow, this is a surprise he made the All-Star team. Let's go Helio.
Cool.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Cool.
yep.
Hey, good for Helio.
Yeah. That's
Proud of you, man.
The next one is David Fry. He's kind of a younger player. He's on the Cleveland Guardians.
Okay.
He kind of switches positions around. He DHs. He plays first
DH
base.
is designated
Yeah,
hitter.
designated hitter. So they do not play the field, but they only hit. He was actually a very surprise, and it will lead into my snub later because I
Okay.
think someone should have made it over him. I think the biggest surprise was Clay Holmes. He is a pitcher for the New York Yankees. He closes the games for them. So if the game is tight, he'll come in and try to close the game out, right?
He's horrible.
He stinks.
Just for context, in his last 10 games, he has 3 losses, right? He has an ERA of 7.45. So for every 9 innings he were to pitch, he'd give up over 7 runs.
What does ERA
all-
stand for?
Earned run average.
Okay.
Okay.
So that for context, that is a terrible ERA.
Okay.
And then
Zeke's men's league ERA.
do you
Thanks,
want
Peter.
your ERA to be low?
you do. You want to be like anywhere below
Okay.
4 is very good.
Okay.
So you're giving up like less than 4 runs per 9 innings
Right.
per
Right.
game
Okay.
is
That
very
makes
good.
sense. That
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
Good
sense.
question. But he made the All-Star team. So it made 0 sense. It made 0 sense.
So you were saying that's a
So,
surprise?
huge surprise.
He's on the New York Yankees, and Zeke is a diehard Yankees fan.
No, I thought I was shocked when he made it.
Well, Zeke,
Hands
it's really
up.
brave of you to report on that. You know, I would
I'm
expect
unbiased
you to just
over
say
here.
it was the right
Unbiased.
choice.
We're unbiased.
Zeke, how have the Yankees done the past month?
They've been awful. We can get into that later.
Let's go to the snubs.
Okay.
Let's go to the
So
snubs.
the snubs. So you know how I mentioned David Fry?
Yeah.
He made the team as a DH, designated hitter, Chad. Good work over there.
Thanks.
Brent Rooker on the Oakland Athletics. He is also a DH. He 100% should have made it over David Fry. I don't know what the commissioner's office or the players are thinking. He's a huge snub. Corey Seager, a shortstop for the Texas Rangers. So that's where the All-Star Game's being played this year in Texas. People were disappointed he didn't make it. He's kind of a hometown player.
Okay.
Would have liked to have seen him. 2 players on the New York Mets did not make it, named Brandon Nimmo and Francisco Lindor. They've had great years, but they did not make the team. People were talking about that. And I think the biggest snub of all, Christian Walker, a first baseman on the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's having a career year. The problem is that the first base position in the National League is loaded. Some of the best players in the MLB play for first base. Bryce Harper, who we mentioned, got an automatic starter because he won the fan vote. He's a first baseman. So because there's so much talent, he didn't make the team.
Okay. Got
Oh,
it.
just
That's
because there's
tough.
so much talent.
That's what people are going to be talking about. And
Absolutely.
Zeke, the MLB, the All-Star game is tomorrow, isn't it?
That's on Tuesday,
Oh, it's
actually.
on
But
Tuesday.
Tuesday the
tomorrow,
16th.
16.
yeah, tomorrow is the home run derby, which is a good precursor to, or
That's why I'm the host.
lead
There you
in to
go.
what we're going to talk
We
about.
got it.
The home run derby is tomorrow. Probably the most exciting part of All-Star Game weekend. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
eight hitters have agreed to join the home run derby, or they've been invited. Whoever has the most home runs by the end of it wins. There's a couple stages, but that's all you really need to know.
Cool.
Players that I think that most people will talking about. So if you're in the office,
Mm-hmm.
you'll hear people talking about these specific players. There's two favorites. Pete Alonso, he's on the New York Mets. He's won the home run derby. He's run the home run derby twice. So he's
Okay.
a two-time winner. He takes it really serious. He's kind of a hardo. There was a clip of him last year deadlifting in an
Oh, come
underground
on.
gym, preparing to take home runs, activating his legs. So
Most absurd
he's a
thing I've ever
favorite.
seen.
And then Adolis Garcia, he is
Okay.
he's a Texas Ranger, so he's a hometown favorite. People are going to be supporting him the hardest, probably.
Got it.
He hits a lot of home runs. He's a big guy. He's got pythons for arms. He has a
Pythons for arms.
real shot at winning that as well.
Okay.
However,
Cool.
this isn't a Paul's call, but I'm going to make a prediction. I think that Gunnar Henderson, he's
Okay.
on the Baltimore Orioles. He is one of the league leaders in home runs. He doesn't have the most, but he's close. I think that he is going to win the home run derby.
Really?
Good to
That's
know.
my
It could be
prediction.
Zeke's take of the week.
Zeke's take of the week, Gunnar
Yeah.
Henderson.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
So
Just so
tomorrow,
everybody knows, Zeke was wrong last year, and people didn't have it right.
The guy
So don't
picked
have
made
it.
it to the finals last year. So
No, that's great.
Wait,
And
you
who's-
then-
guys,
what's-
you guys
what's the
picked
guy's
mid
name
tournament.
Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar
Gunnar.
Henderson.
Dude, that's
Yep.
a cool name.
That's a
What
cool
are with
name.
all these people's cool names?
Yeah, they got cool names, man.
That
Yeah,
could have been a
he's a cool
fake or
name.
not name.
Yeah, it could have been.
Gunnar?
Yeah.
Gunnar.
Gunner's a regular name?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
a popular name.
I feel like I've never met a Gunner.
I've met one or two.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I've
Yeah.
met like a hunter.
Gunnar.
Oh,
You've
well,
been a
I
gunner?
hope so.
Probably. I know people. I've met a gunner.
Gunner?
I've met a gunner. I've met a couple
You could
gunners.
call them big guns.
Big guns. All right, well, cool.
Zeke,
so
thank you for that. I'm
love
sorry
that.
I got a little lost in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
middle,
no,
but
we're good.
No,
you
So
no
simplified
Monday,
it. I
tomorrow,
understood.
Monday, July 15th, home run derby, and then Tuesday, July 16th, MLB All-Stars game.
Okay.
And
Correct.
these are the main names that people are probably going to be talking about.
Love
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
So, Zeke, I think it's time now to go to the last part of your segment, right?
Yep, we're gonna start the Golnik Bowl this
Yes.
week. Okay? So
Let's
very
go.
exciting.
We have talked about
Uh,
kicking this off. We're finally
yeah,
doing
no, finally, you and Maddie each pick a team
Okay.
in Major League Baseball. There's a handful of teams that we're gonna deem ineligible because they're either too good, they're kind of a lock to make the playoffs, and it wouldn't make things as fun and competitive if you
Right.
pick
Okay.
one of these
Right.
teams. But whoever has the best record at the end of the year between Chad's team or Maddie's team wins, and the loser has to have a punishment. And
Oh.
I was thinking the punishment would be you got to go to a batting cage, and you can't leave the batting cage until you make contact 10 times.
it. Oh, God.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can do that.
You think? Well,
Yeah.
how fast are they pitch? Actually, I don't know.
I
We'll
used
We
to
can
play
decide on a
softball.
speed later.
Matt used to play softball. Well, I used to play baseball, so
Did you? We'd be fine.
Yeah.
yeah, guys, we'd be
No,
fine.
it's not. I'm not trying to be cruel. It's just it'll take a little bit of effort, but
Not trying to
we
be
can decide on a
cruel.
speed later. But
Okay, so
basically,
Zeke, so we pulled up all of the baseball teams, their current
go.
standings here, like you told me to, and so now we have to
Yep.
pick a team. So tell us which teams we can't pick.
Yeah.
okay, so the Baltimore Orioles, the New York Yankees, the Seattle Mariners, the Cleveland Guardians, the
Okay.
Philadelphia Phillies, the Atlanta Braves, and the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers are all ineligible.
Is this because like they're just too good? It would just be boring.
They're too good.
They're either in first place in their division or they're close to first place. They're kind of a lock to make the playoffs,
Okay.
Okay.
arguably. So
All right. So let's pick our teams, Maddie.
Okay.
So up here, you can take the Red Sox, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Blue Jays.
What are you gonna take?
I don't know. I'm looking. Detroit. I don't know anything about any of these guys.
if you have any questions about them, you feel free to ask. You can based off uniform color if you like, but
I
I,
might
would
just
pick
base it off like a state that my family likes.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
Well,
go.
You gotta look at them here.
I'd look
Do
at the
Detroit
record.
Tigers.
They're not great.
I've
but-
heard bad things.
Really? No, they're not very good. How are the Houston Astros?
That's a good. They're typically a very, very good team, and they win their division. But they've got off to a slow start this year. But they're slowly creeping back in trying to take over the first place position in their division over the Seattle Mariners.
So I'm really debating. I'm thinking about going for either the New York Mets or the Arizona Diamondbacks.
The Diamondbacks made the World Series last year, which is the championship in Major League Baseball, but they've gotten off to a slow start. So
Okay, and
They
the
also
Mets?
were a massive underdog last year.
The
So.
Mets are an interesting team. They have been on a good run recently. They're playing better, but they're kind of known as, they never really can get there. Like they can kind of just sneak into the playoffs, or they are just miss out. But they're a fun
Okay.
team to root for.
I think I'm gonna go for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Oh,
God.
Good, Maddie.
Some of the
Good.
best uniforms
Better.
in the major in the
Maddie,
Major
they
League
have a
Baseball.
hot tub and a pool in center field that you can rent out.
Yep.
What?
It's
That's
sick.
amazing.
Some of the best uniforms
Yeah.
in the league.
Okay, I think I go for Arizona just because I have a lot of family there, and maybe I could go to a game. That's what I'm
There you
thinking.
you
go.
go.
How are the Pittsburgh Pirates?
I would just take the Astros, Chad.
Short and sweet. All right,
Chad, I'll go with the Astros.
I'll go with the Astros. That was my first pick. I like space.
All right.
I really like space. That sounds cool. Houston Astros. Don't fuck up. Okay, so Golnik Bowl officially kicked off. We got the Houston Astros versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. And the team with the better record at the end of the season wins.
Yeah, practice your swing, Chad. What do we have next?
Oh my God. All right, I probably should. All right, well, that's, I think, it for Zeke. So we're going to move on now to PJ's segment, and we're going to learn about soccer. We had an exciting week in soccer, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So, PJ, let's go to PJ's patio.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. So we did have an exciting week in soccer, in particular for the United States. Gregg Berhalter has officially been fired by the United States men's national team. It's been a long time coming, and he finally lost his job. He was fired earlier this week. Chad, I had mentioned Jurgen Klopp as one of the best options for the United States.
Yes.
They reached out to him pretty much right after it happened, and he politely declined. Which
You
pretty
said
much
it was
means-
going to be a long shot.
Yeah, it pretty much means he told him to like kindly F off. He was like, I don't
Yeah.
want to coach you guys. So right now, a couple of options now on MLS guys, but it's looking like Steve Trundolo, who currently coaches LAFC in Major League Soccer. He is the front runner from everything I've been seeing, but
Okay.
you never really know with the coaching carousel. So that's the important thing. But you can no longer, as you said, Chad, drop Klopp. Because
Don't drop Klopp anymore.
He's not an option anymore.
All right. Good to know. But drop Steve. Drop Shrundalo.
So the Copa America final is tonight. It's between Colombia and Argentina. Argentina are favored. They obviously have Lionel Messi on their team. Colombia, though, is coming into the game. They have a 28-game unbeaten streak. The last time they lost the game was in 2022, and they lost that to Argentina.
Oh,
So, big storyline there. I think Colombia could win. I don't think that they're as a long shot as people think they may be, but Argentina is such a strong side, so you really just never know.
So, quick SportNotes plug. Make sure to follow us on our Instagram because we post updates during the week that you don't necessarily get
is
when we
true.
record this pod. So, follow us on Instagram, and we will let you know who won the Copa tonight.
and maybe you can win a little prize as well
Can you?
if you follow us.
Sure. Oh, yeah, we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, Maddie, it's being played in Miami.
Oh,
at
Miami.
Hard Rock Stadium.
Damn.
So that kicks off tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so pretty soon. And then the Euros, they've been decided. We had a winner today, and the winner was Spain. Spain and England played. Spain is the first team to win the Euros 4 times.
Wow.
So
Wow.
super impressive. They won a major trophy 5 times in this century. So they've been super impressive. England.
Wait,
in
sorry.
this
Hold on
century,
one
so the
second.
last
I got to
20
clarify this. I feel, just to me, as someone who knows nothing about anything, 5 trophies in a century sounds like
Century
you're
is 100
horrible. That's
years.
a long-ass time.
So 5 major trophies, Chad. And typically these tournaments happen very infrequently in international soccer.
Okay.
So, every 4 years you have the World Cup. Every 4 years you have the Euros. Those are 2 of the major trophies. And then they also added on the Nations League last year. So that also counts as a major one as well.
Okay. So
but
that is significant, is what you're saying. Like, that's pretty
It's
big.
very significant.
Okay.
Yeah. And unfortunately for England, this means that their drought of getting a major trophy lives on. Last time they won one was in 1966.
Oh,
So, unfortunately, it's not coming home this year. Maybe in 2026 it will. It probably won't, but you never know.
Oh, England.
That sucks.
But you know what? They've got a really diehard fan base there.
That's even worse.
They do. I feel bad. I feel bad for them.
So many people are
Aw.
going to be drinking away the pints.
Drinking
tonight.
their sorrows away in the
Right.
pub, innit?
Right now in Spain, it's probably a madhouse. They
Oh,
wow.
they won
Damn.
Wimbledon in the AM.
Oh,
PM
yeah.
for them, and they won the Euros.
Oh,
So-
man.
That's cool.
Go Spain. Good for you, Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
if
they
you're
won
gonna go out-
Wimbledon
Yeah.
in England.
Oh.
So
And poor England. I'm so sorry for your loss.
R.I.P.
As if
England.
you weren't gloomy enough.
Well,
That sucks.
that's good to know, actually.
I love that. All right, so big week for soccer, big week for Spain. Then we'll finish you up with Paul's call.
Paul's call.
yes.
And so I
um,
think our first official episode was 2 weeks ago at this point, and you made a call at that point. Did that come
did.
true or not?
it did. I actually picked Spain to win by 2+ goals, and they beat Georgia 4-1.
Oh.
So,
Hey.
one of our lucky followers is going to
And subscribers.
and subscribers is going to get a $5 Dunkin' gift card from us, and that subscriber this week is Thomas Olson.
Thomas.
Thomas Olson. Sounds like
Congratulations.
good.
Congratulations to Thomas.
Very nice. So
We'll-
just to
we will
remind
be in
everyone,
touch.
every week PJ's going to make a call, a prediction. If it comes true and you're following us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube, you could be randomly picked as our winner to win $5 to Dunkin'. We're not
Wow.
actually
Yep.
sponsored by Dunkin'. I just really want to be. That's
I
like
think
my goal,
Chad's
so.
wet dream is to be sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts.
It's not even my wet dream. It's just like I would wet myself.
just a
to that
dream.
during the
Yeah.
day as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
just
dream. Yeah,
I would
it's a
love
great
that.
one.
I mean, let's
Um,
tag them and see if it works.
Dunkin', please.
Hey, PJ worked there for a summer.
I did.
That's true.
I did. Yeah.
All right, so
I'm-
PJ,
I-
do you have another call for this coming week?
I do. It does not have to do with soccer because all those tournaments really are over.
Yeah.
But it does have to do with the home run derby. And I'm going to go against Zeke here. And
Oh.
I think that Adolis Garcia is going to win the home run derby tomorrow. The
I'm
guy,
riding. I'm in.
As Zeke said, he has pythons for arms. I mean, he should have a license to carry for those things.
Oh,
so,
man.
So yeah, he's the hometown favorite, hometown player. So yeah, I think he's.
Hey, can
going
I
to,
add? Can I up this wager a little bit? I think if Zeke wins, we should have to get him a $5 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts.
Fine.
Sure,
Fine.
easy. Yeah, I feel
He
so
lost
confident.
last year to us. He's
Yeah.
going to lose again. Adolis Garcia. If you want to ride the winner train, listen to Paul's call.
To the moon.
Zeke sucks.
Adolis
He's never
Garcia.
seen it
Paul's
right.
call.
Adolis Garcia was eliminated in the first round of the home run derby last year.
That's
Oh,
right.
man.
He was in it last year, though.
But-
Who'd you pick
We'll
again?
see how it goes.
Probably
Yeah.
someone
The
The
irrelevant.
guy who
Who'd
made
you
the
pick?
finals, Randy Arozarena, made the finals
Oh,
last
right.
year.
Well,
No,
we'll
this
have
year
to
I'm talking
see.
about.
We'll have
That's
to
irrelevant.
see.
He lost.
All right, so
And
if
you
Gunnar
bet
Henderson
big
Who'd you
wins
pick?
the home
Gunnar
run derby,
Henderson?
Yeah.
Okay. Bet on him to lose first round.
if Gunnar
Almost,
Henderson
almost, Chad.
wins
You
the
got
home
it.
run derby, then PJ has to personally get Zeke $5 gift card, or PJ and Peter. And then if Paul's
PJ has
call
enough Dunkin'
comes,
points to cover that.
there you go. And then if Paul's
Yeah, I got
call
it.
comes true, then one of our lucky subscribers and followers will win.
Okay, deal.
And they'll get a $5 gift card from Zeke this week.
I like that. I like
Never
that.
agreed to that.
Well, you just did. Good job.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right, so that's Paul's call. Well, thanks for your updates, PJ. And that is all of
course.
our major updates. That's our segment. So quickly now, give us your future five guys, the pointers to look out for this coming week of July 15th.
All right, let's hear it.
Awesome. Yeah, so home run derby happening tomorrow night, July 15th. Check it out. Adolis Garcia is going to win. So we're very excited about that.
Awesome.
And then we got the MLB All-Star game the following day, so July 16th,
Right.
Tuesday
Okay.
night. And then kind of switching over to a different sport, Thursday, the Open Championship begins. That's a major professional golf association tournament, one of the biggest of the year. It happens across the pond in the United Kingdom.
Yep.
Very exciting. That starts Thursday morning.
Then we have NFL training camp. That's kicking off coming up here this week. That's honestly, it's just players start to show up and they start for the preseason and get ready for the NFL season, which is the very beginning of September. So that starts now. And then USA men's basketball and USA women's basketball, they both are going to start playing exhibition games. The women's basketball team is in the WNBA season right now, so they're probably not going to play as many. But the USA men's team, it's their off season. They're playing exhibition games. They just beat Canada last week. They have a pile this week. They better not freaking lose because they should dominate everybody. But we'll see. If they lose anything, it might be kind of office talk about, are they not gonna win this? So
Right.
that's what's coming up this week.
Cool.
Sounds like an exciting week. For the most part, you guys made it very clear we are kind of entering the dog days of summer for sure now. Soccer's over and things are slowing down a bit.
And it's not slowing down? SportNotes.
SportNotes is picking up.
It's picking up.
Yeah, seriously. Tell your friends.
Tell your mom. Tell your
mom.
friend's mom. Tell your
dad,
mom's friend.
Tell your uncle.
Tell your
dog.
neighbor. Tell your dog
Tell
to
your
follow
dog.
SportNotes.
Follow SportNotes to get all the basics every week in all things sports. And if you're not, follow us on Instagram and on TikTok. We do have a TikTok. And subscribe to our YouTube. We are going to be bringing you the updates every week. Unlike other sports channels, we avoid a lot of the fluff, a lot of the stats, a lot of the opinions, as much as we can at least. We give you the basic stuff. This is a podcast about sports for people who don't know about sports, like Maddie and myself.
Like me.
Well, I think that's all we got this week, guys. Anything
Yeah.
else on your end from Boston? Across the continent? No?
Go Adolis.
Yeah.
All right, nothing else here. So that is
Cool.
SportNotes episode 2.
Logging off. Thanks,
Logging
guys.
off. Today is July 14th. Thanks for tuning in.